What's up, world? It's Gwalla from New Orleans, Louisiana. Ninth Ward, downtown, the heart of the city. I came up in a place that have a real good heritage and historical events that inspired me to be who I am today. I've been through a lot of things. I grew up in this world alone. No brothers. I was raised in Press Park, the Ninth Ward, amongst the Desire and the Florida projects, some of the most graphical places in the city. As I sit back and I review everything that I've been through, I realized that I learned a lot. I realized that I had to grow more than what I was because I was on the wrong path. At that moment, I began to notice myself make changes. And the more I grew, the more envy became present. Jealousy turned to talk, so the streets was gossiping. That added a lot of fuel to my fire. It inspired me to make music. That separated me apart from other artists because the music that I started to make was a perfect picture of my life. A lot of other artists rap about other people's lives and pretend they're their people. I don't knock those artists, but it makes it more graphical and it makes it more understanding when your visuals match your character. I started to sell drugs. And when I started to sell drugs, I began to dig deeper into the trenches. That part of my life became very troublesome. I got busted for distribution. Upon that, by the time I made the age of 20, I was engraved in a dope game. That dope game also inspired my music, but it brought back repercussions in my life. By the age of 26, I went through Hurricane Katrina, which was one of the most diverse situations that I could ever imagine. It had me mentally disabled or dismayed. I started to dig deeper and deeper into the music business, and I realized that I was only looking for handouts. So I dug deeper and I got my own. When my career started to upgrade, some of the people that was close to me rather see me dead than to see me successful. So I was shot in the head with a .40 caliber and survived. That was only due to the glory of God. When I survived and I started to heal up, it seemed like my career went from being localized to nationwide. I started working with many other major artists, and it just seemed like everything became more complicated. I got popped again for selling dope, heroin, possession with intent to distribute. And at that moment, it slowed my career down. I felt bad and I was disappointed in myself. But when I sat down, that gave me a time to write a novel. It's a memoir that's tell you a real story, a graphical story about my life. It's a life that's very interesting to people that's on a positive kick because they all wonder how I survived the struggle. The only way that I've survived the struggle is I was favored by someone that we call Most High. As I sit back and I review, and I started to write this novel, it started to be 10 times more greater than I thought. I thought to myself that I should never doubt myself. The title of that novel is called Feel the Blood. When you read this novel, it will be hard for you to close the book. But in due time, everything will be revealed. It also inspired my music. Everything that I write is lit. You can hear the passion in my voice. You can see how dedicated I am to the game. My music was inspired by the diversity, by the poverty, by the struggle, the hardships, the shine, the city of New Orleans. My music was inspired by the brass band, the Indians, the jazz players. My music was inspired by Mardi Gras, Super Sundays, and second lines, the envy, the jealousy, the setbacks, the come-ups. My music was inspired by being a successful, business-minded man that was more than just an artist. I seen a lot of murders. I heard about a lot of kidnapping. See, the city where I come from, the streets don't miss you. All they miss is the blood being spilled on it. I had to learn in life to always be optimistic. As I watched life unfold, I seem to be obligated to never folding up. Right now we got the project called Gwallaville coming out. It's produced by some of the hottest producers in the city of New Orleans. And people have their eyes and ears on it that is very relevant in the game. After we drop this project, we coming back with something that's called Bags Over Bullshit. And that's what my life consists of, bags over bullshit, mind over matter, apply pressure, and no pressure will bust this pipe. And as I start building the brand, a number of doors start to open up. I'm building a structure. Gwalla, Gwalla Music, Gwalla Lit, Gwalla Nation. New Orleans raised.
Boy, I don't give a fuck. Hey, Gwalla. Boy, I don't give a fuck. Let go. Hey, boy, I don't give a fuck. Let go. Let's go, let go.
I been known to turn heads when I'm coming down the blocks. Everywhere, nigga, be the $1 million spot. I'm the biggest nigga in the building every time you see me.
Let's go.
I'm the biggest nigga in the building every
let's
time
go,
you
let's
see
go,
me.
let's go.
All my niggas, they with me. All the bitches, they love me. And all the niggas be hating, they never say nothing to me. All my niggas, they with me. All the bitches, they love me. And all the niggas be hating, they never say nothing to me.
Nigga hating on Gwalla, boy, I don't give a fuck. When I walk up in this session, make them bitches turn up. Got your bitch turned in her head like she broke a fucking neck. Made it rain on that bitch like she catch a fucking check. She bad, she fine, no lie, she wet. I'm G5, 50 glizzy, fuck a motherfucking jet. Back, double up war, is that more wet? Bubble up war, hold on, no flex. Nigga, let's go, 24 flip, let's go, let's roll, let's roll. I'm a bigger nigga in the building, no stun. Hunger bowl lanes in the flame, I'm coming. Big dog ball shit ain't about no war. You a bad bitch, better pop out something, huh? Slow motion like juvenile, slow mo like soul. 504 in OLA, Nola, so Angola, hold on.
Turn heads when I'm coming down the blocks. Everywhere, nigga, be the $1 million spot. I'm the biggest nigga in the building every time you see me.
Let's go.
I'm the biggest nigga in the building every
let's go,
time you
let's
see
go,
me.
let's go.
All my niggas, they with me. All the bitches, they